This whole workshop has brought together journalists from across Indonesia to learn about the role of wetlands, and especially the role of wetlands and mangroves in their relationship to climate change, their ability, their capacity to store vast amounts of carbon. There's been some exciting research out, in fact, just last week, so this workshop is timed very, very well for us. It's a chance for the journalists to really sink their teeth into a really hot topic in climate change. That's why this is a very exciting time to be at a workshop like this, because you're going to have access to some of the scientists who do research on this.
We want to increase the quality of environmental journalism practices in Indonesia. And the purpose of this workshop is to share the knowledge, to fill the gap, the knowledge gap between we can call it the national journalists, Jakarta-based, and between Jakarta-based journalists and local journalists from all around of Indonesia, like Kalimantan, Papua, Sulawesi.
I'm going to try and explain a bit about why there's such a focus on tropical wetlands now within what we're trying to do with respect to climate change.
But what is really key is that the ecosystem processes, the structure and the function of the forest and the plants and the animals and the biota that live in the forests are really driven by wet conditions. So water is really the driving force for the sort of structure, function, and processes of these ecosystems.
Firstly, of course, I want to know more about this REDD and wetland, because in our area we have environmental issue and of course wetland issue in the north of West Java. Some make a critical issue, a lot of conflict, of course, from the people with government and with the business and industry sectors.
Well, I hope the journalists all come away with a passion for writing about nature and the wetlands and the role that they play in climate change. I hope they also learn not only the latest science, which is going to be fascinating, but how to write compelling stories about those issues, how to write stories that have an impact on their readers and also on perhaps even on government policy. That's the ultimate goal, I hope.
In the past 50 years, globally, in the past 50 years, 30 to 50% of the mangroves have been lost.
This is developed by a local community, by students, to rehabilitate the mangrove ecosystem in this island.
The carbon data is quite surprising for me, and how the storage, how they calculate it, it's quite interesting for me to know more.
This mangrove seed came from around this area. The student collect the seed from the mangrove trees here, and then they develop mangrove seed bank, and then in holiday together with their friends and then the local community as well, they are replanting the mangrove to make a recovery this area. in Lembongan Island, we found about 13 species of mangrove. People here not collect anything from this area because they realize they would like to sustain the marine tourism from this area.
You know, these play a very large role in the coastal protection. So you can see like the root system, the prop root systems, what they can really dissipate the energy of storm surges. In terms of adaptation, the mangrove restoration that we saw is very important, and then also for mitigation, just preserving the coastal mangroves is also very important, so that you know, it's really the natural barrier. The best barrier is this against these kind of storm surges and tsunamis are these mangroves.